Imagine living in a world where, as punishment, a person is tied in front of a cannon and then just blown apart. Well, this was the punishment given to the Indian forces by British troops in the failed mutiny of 1857, until they realized it's just waste of gunpowder. So I was provided this great book by Osprey Publications as a part of their Essential History series. It talks about the Indian Mutiny of 1857 and 1858 from a military and historical point of view. After reading this book, I realized why this history matters. Because this history book pointed out the problems that we currently face in India as well. So, why did the Mutiny of 1857 fail? According to me, there were three major reasons. First one, the lack of unity of command. There were instances where British forces were outnumbered by the Indian rebel forces 20 to 1, even some cases 40 to 1, but they still lost. Why? Because there was no unity of command. Second, the lack of technology. The British forces were using Enfield rifles, while the Indian forces were still using muskets. This gave the British forces 2 to 4 times edge in effective firing range. And the third main reason was the attitude of Indian troops towards Indian people living in the occupied cities. There were multiple incidences of loot and plunder in the occupied cities like Kanpur and Delhi. There were some cases where even Ghalib, who was living in Delhi during the time of siege, wrote that the only woman wearing their own gold is the wife of the Kotwal, that's the police chief. Everyone else was gone. So this makes us think, has these problems, which if did not exist, India would have gotten its freedom in 1857 rather than 1947, 100 years before. Have these problems been solved? First one, does unity exist as it must? Second, is the focus primarily on technological development? And third, has the attitude of Indian people becoming better toward other Indians? Something to think about.